So Isaiah Thomas still bitter about Michael Jordan.
Who's that?
The
point, midget?
Yeah, point. No, not the one now. The point guard for the Pistons. Old back in the day.
Isaiah
Thomas.
The one that sounds.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate how. Yeah. You're right. Oh, but yeah. Apparently they asked him. Well, I guess people ask him these questions, but it's just the level of like pettiness to say what he says. Cause I understand people don't know. The Pistons used to beat them up bad, but then the NBA started to try to clean it up. So they were like, there's a lot of conspiracy that they low key said like, look, like don't let them beat Michael Jordan like that. Like start calling fouls and shit. So the Pistons felt like they were robbed of their dynasty because how the NBA wanted to coddle Michael Jordan. It's to the fact where it's like a lot of these old basketball players sometimes it's just like, yo, y'all set a really bad example for a lot of young men, because it's like you can't just like grow up and be like, yeah, he's a great player, I was a great player, let's move on. Because I see it with Shaq too. Shaq going after Dwight Howard and stuff. It's like, Shaq, like it doesn't make you seem any sort, it just makes you seem like, yo, like why are you so petty? It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of these older players, I don't, it's just weird to watch. Like, it's just.
So you much rather them shut up?
No, it's just like.
Stand on the sideline?
For the Isaiah Thomas thing, Michael Jordan thing, what are we trying to teach each other? Like, help uplift each other. Black men support black men. Black women select black women. All support each other. But, except for them. Nah, I want y'all to just hate each other. It's like, what do you get out of saying, oh no, Michael Jordan, we didn't care about him, we can handle him? Like, dude, like, just say, yeah, he was a great player.
Yeah, he was a dickhead.
That's all you have to do.
A gambler.
That's all you have to do, though. It's just like, okay, you don't have to talk to him afterward, don't anything. Just, like, grow up. Like, that's my main thing. Like, grow up.
I feel what you're saying.
Because I feel with, you know, like, one day they'll have Scottie Pippen on. He'll be like, LeBron's better. Then the next day, clearly Michael Jordan must have called him and cursed him out. Because then he'll be like, nah, Michael Jordan's better. And it's just that, it's like, why? You don't even have to say anything. Just say, like, they both are great. One is great at one thing. Like, LeBron's just a great big-ass point guard. Like, that's not what Michael Jordan was. Michael Jordan was just, like, this two-way monster that, like, you couldn't stop him from doing what he wanted. And LeBron's, like, look, like, he's going to get...
got a lot of help.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just from an offensive standpoint, he's going to get his points, and defensively, he's going to lock you down. Obviously, though, that goes both ways, because you know how people say back then, like, oh, you allow shoving and stuff like that. So it's like, well, if he did that, that means Jordan wasn't that great of a defender because he could shove. So yeah, he was a great scorer, but then you got to talk about the talent. And then, like, oh, it's just a lot of things where it's like, I mean, if you get technical about it, LeBron is better because the arguments they make for each other. But it's just, like, why is this even a thing? Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, why do we have to rank people? It just makes zero sense to me.
I feel you.
Zero sense. And then, like, the Shaq Dwight Howard thing is crazy because that's literally all over the Superman thing. When Dwight Howard did the dunk contest in the Superman suit, now Shaq's like, oh, I just don't like Dwight Howard because I'm Superman. It's like, bruh, like, how old? Come on now. Like, you just lost a friend and, like, that you beefed with when you were younger. Like, you should be someone that, like, look, like, it isn't worth it to beef with somebody with something so small.
But people like that shit.
I don't think a lot of people like it. I think a lot of people cringe towards it. Like, if you don't like Dwight Howard, you may like it. But I really think a lot of people feel the same as, like, Shaq. Like, grow up. Like, come on now.
Yeah. I wish they would. But, you know it's not going to happen.
Yeah. That was just my little hot take about, like, people, like, old men just being petty, just setting bad examples. Quick to say stuff about our generation, but